it's your boy Davidoff. Last minute again. It is literally Monday right now. See no evil, hear no evil's movie today. Welcome back to this is a horrible intro. Welcome back to Movie Monday. I'm watching a classic today. Never actually seen it, but I've heard good things about it in the past. It is called See No Evil, Hear No Evil from 1989. It's 1 hour 43 minutes. The pictures on IMDb are black and white, but I'm watching the movie and it's in colour, so I assume I'm watching the right one. I'm pretty sure I am. So Dave is deaf and Wally is blind. They witness a murder. The one who was looking is blind, and the one who is blind was listening. So yeah, basically that. One is deaf, one is blind, but the one that has eyes didn't see the crime. It was the other guy that saw the crime, but the one that heard it can't see. So this sounds like a fun crime comedy, and I'm looking forward to it. Also stars two classic actors, Richard Pryor and Gene Wilder. So that is brilliant. I'm actually really excited for this. Like, it sounds really good, and the cast is good, and it just sounds funny. So I'm so glad. I thought it was a horror movie actually for some reason, even though I put it on my own list ages ago. But I'm glad I'm finally watching it. This sounds really fun. You know, I was gonna watch Life. There's a movie called Life starring Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a like horror alien movie. I'll save that for another time. But I was gonna watch it. I just couldn't find it anywhere. But I can find this one. So when I can find that Life movie, I'll watch that. Sorry about Mission Impossible Fallout. I said I'd do it, and I didn't, and I've now seen 7, so now there's no point. My bad. But yeah, I'm excited for this. It's still credits right now, just an intro, but it seems like, you know, a nice classic movie from the 80s, so let's do this. Seeing them first talk to each other is really funny. Not like in the opening scene they do, but that's like just an altercation. But like, the deaf guy runs a shop, and the blind man wants a job there. So when they're talking to each other, like, the deaf guy doesn't want to reveal that he's deaf, and the blind guy doesn't like to admit that he's blind. So, and that's how they live their lives basically. So it was interesting hearing the conversations. It was quite funny. But yeah, they became friends, got into a bar fight. The deaf guy was behind the blind guy, like 11 o'clock, punch him. It was just such a funny scene. But anyway, the murder happens. The blind guy is outside, but he hears the gunshot. The deaf guy doesn't hear the gunshot, and a murder happens right behind him. And he's a shopkeeper. He's turned around, getting them something, and he doesn't hear what a murder literally happening behind him. But the blind man heard the murder from outside the shop. So now between them, they got to somehow work out because the deaf guy did see the murderer. Like, he saw her. It was a woman. He saw her, then he turned around. Didn't see actual murder. And then the deaf guy heard the gunshot. And all he knows is that the woman smells nice, but there was a gunshot. So yeah, and then they get caught up in it because the police arrest them thinking they did it. But, you know, one's deaf, one is blind, and between the two of them, they can somehow maybe crack the case. But for now, the police think it's them, so they're arrested. Joan Severance is the woman in this movie. She looks so familiar, and I feel like I've seen her in other things, but like, I look at her IMDb, I'm just like, I don't recognize a single film on here. So either I'm thinking of someone else, and she just looks familiar, or I've seen her somewhere and I've forgotten. I don't know, but she looks so familiar. So the woman and her friend, they come to the prison to try and bail them out, I guess maybe to bribe them or threaten them, whatever. So when he saw the crime, he only saw the back of her, but the blind guy recognized her perfume. Then the deaf guy put 2 and 2 together and thought, wait, that's her. and he told us prison guards, it's her, she's the murderer. We got the description now. We couldn't tell you earlier, but we can tell you now. They didn't believe them. So they have a choice basically, be in jail for murder or get bailed out by the murderer, which sounds dangerous. So what they decide is to escape prison. Somehow, using one guy's ears and another guy's eyes, somehow they navigate their way through a prison break. I don't know how, but I mean, I just seen how, but it's ridiculous, this movie, and I'm enjoying it. Coming up towards the end now, there's a funny chase scene after they escape from prison because the deaf guy is still handcuffed, but the blind guy is not. So the blind guy's got to drive a stolen police car while the deaf guy is next to him, directing him. I thought that was quite funny. There's also a standoff between the blind guy and another blind guy. They both have a gun, and it's quite funny watching them try to figure out where each other are. it's full on comedy. Even the serious scenes are like really funny. There's some interesting explicit scenes as well involving the woman. Some scenes a bit over the top, but still like very funny. And the cop that was the police captain that was in charge of trying to catch them, he was really funny as well. At the end, it was like, because like at the end they caught the real killers, but at the end he's like, I want to shoot them. I still want to shoot. I still want to shoot him. Shoot the blind guy. I want to shoot him. Why can't I shoot him? He's like, he's having a baby tantrum because he can't bloody shoot the guy who's been annoying him the whole movie. But yeah, that was this movie's been really fun. There's still a few minutes left, but the climax has happened. And this is a really fun time, man. I'm really enjoying it. There's also a scene where the deaf guy has one of the villains in his grasp, and he says, "Freeze, come towards me." And he thinks he's listening to him, but actually the police are right behind him, giving the same orders. I've not really explained it to be that funny, but that was a funny scene as well. Yeah, so for me, that's an 8 out of 10. That's a good time. It's just a fun comedy. It feels like it's got buddy cop vibes. You know, the type of movie where the two characters don't get along, but they got to get along to find a common goal. They got to clear their names, and also they got to, you know, they got to find the actual criminals. Except there's a even funnier twist, because that genre itself is usually a comedy. Like, that's usually a comedy. But in this case, one guy's deaf, the other guy's blind. And they've got to use each other's heightened senses to work together and try and clear their names. It's just a fun time. But yeah, that was a fun movie that I enjoyed watching. Also, when I mentioned the cop having a tantrum, why can't I shoot him? Why can't I shoot him? I know he's innocent. Why can't I shoot him? That would be a great meme for the modern day. I hope someone, I don't know why it's not a meme already, to be honest. This is your boy Davidoff. Please like, share, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, and see ya.
Let's take it slow. Where you go, I go too. And if you hit the bottom, I'm going down with you. Let's take it slow. Who cares where we go?